everyone. Well, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for waiting and thank you for coming to Social Networking, Social Selling with PMO Business. My name is Sebastian and I work in programming services at Broward County Main Libraries. Before I introduce our guest for today, I want to go over some basics. First, this program is a service of Broward County's Board of County Commissioners and is part of our Creation Station Business Co-working Hub. Creation Station Business is a free co-working space in the heart of Fort Lauderdale and Main Library that offers free meeting rooms, free patent and trademark searching, free business research, free Wi-Fi, a free conference room, and free seminars and classes. Of course, this was all pre-COVID-19. Right now, we are currently closed, but you can still sign up for our event newsletter, schedule patent searching appointments, and much more by emailing us at creationstationbusiness@broward.org. And I'll be adding that email in the link once I introduce our special guest for today. Now, some basics for WebEx. If you do happen to have an audio issue, you could try to refresh your page and come back and see if that works. If that's not working, then you will need to change your audio device from your computer audio to your phone audio. So if you follow these instructions here, just click the communications tab on the top left corner of your screen, and you will be able to change your audio connection. Okay, we also have the ability to adjust our volumes on your end. So if it's too loud or too soft, you could always adjust that also by selecting communications. Okay, if there are any troubleshooting issues, the best way to get my attention is via chat. I will be moderating the chat while Patricia is doing the presentation. So just make sure to select all panelists when you're sending your chat, or if you have any questions, you can also send them via the chat and I will make sure Patricia gets them. Okay. And your screen views, you could also adjust your screen view depending on if you want it zoomed in or zoomed out. You can play around with that and that icon right there on the left-hand corner of the screen. Alrighty, so I'm going to introduce our special guest for today. Patricia Mónica Ojeda is a bilingual management consultant, business and executive coach with 20 plus years of experience in the fields of information technology, operations, and marketing. She helps companies have successful projects, professionals with their personal brands, millennials with their social communication, and women in discovering their full potential. So now I am going to give the privilege to Patricia, and please join me in welcoming Patricia. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so let's see. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Perfect, perfect. I love that. Hi, people. Welcome to this amazing session after so many months with COVID and no in-person events. This is a sequence of training that I created in 2017 for the Creation Station business, and we are going virtual now with the social networking to social selling. So my name is Patricia Mónica Ojeda. I'm senior management consultant and executive and business coach. And the agenda for today is we are going to do introductions and GPS. I would like to know where are you located now. I'm going to do some announcement. We are going to talk about simple definitions. We're going to talk about sales, social networks, the game of the numbers, social selling. I'm gonna do a full disclosure about why I'm talking these topics, a little bit about my background, and I'm gonna tell you about what is next. And if you are on LinkedIn, we are going to see the app working in real time and see if we can connect on LinkedIn as well. And then I'm gonna give you some time for the Q&A. And be aware, because today we're going to do the wake-up call, and I'm gonna give you 10 seconds somewhere in the presentation to do some exercise and keep your brain and yourself active, okay? So Sebastian is, so what is this girl having in the pocket? A lot of things, Sebastian, today. So, as Sebastian says, I'm a senior management consultant. I've been in information technology, business, and operation for too many years. And also, I'm an NLP practitioner, a meditation trainer, a leadership energy coach, and a certified executive and business coach. In other words, after so many certification and stuff like that, I usually help companies to have successful projects, professionals with their personal brands, because we are brands. Millennials, I love millennials. I have a lot of millennials in my teams with their social communication and professional women to discover their full potential. And now I would like to see in the chat box who you are, what you do, and where are you located. Sebastian, do we have anyone? There you are.
Yes. So I did ask if you can answer the questions that are in the chat box, who you are, what you do, and where are you located. And no worries, only Patricia and I will be able to see what you put in there. No one else will be able to.
Okay, holistic practitioner, I like that. Brad one for Lauderdale. Great. Sandra Margate, okay. Western electronic engineer and business owner, I like that. Perfect. Insurance, okay. Well, come on, people. Oh, Vicente, how are you doing?
A lot of people in Margate.
Yes, a lot of people in Margate. Looks like our newsletter, the library newsletter is getting more at Margate.
I guess so.
Okay, perfect. I like that. We have a lot of more people, but I know that sometimes when I tease you, asking you for information is not easy. I know that. So, but don't worry. We are going to make this. We're going to continue with this information for later. Perfect. Library announcement for today. This is very important for you guys. If you're online and you want to enjoy activities, many of us have been enjoying virtual activities. The library has a lot of training programs these days. This is going to be interesting because it's a iPhone Essential iOS on September 21st and Adobe Premiere Pro Beyond the Basic, which is amazing because when you work at the library, you have access to all that applications. To have more knowledge about Adobe is very useful. So let's try to participate in these trainings. Now we are going to continue with our from social networking to social selling. Let's talk about social networking. Let me give you a little story. My dad was in Navy, and I grew up in 5 different countries, and I was the only child. And we used to move, my dad, my mom, and myself, in different places. So my dad taught me, don't expect somebody else learn who you are. You have to tell them, and the only way is to socialize. So I might start building my network, and I learned that the first network that we have was the family. The second, what we learn, what the people do, how to make good connection. Usually it's under religious gatherings. Might be a church, a mosque, a temple, but usually happen that as human we move as packs, and we are social animals. And because we are social animals, we enjoy being with other people. So that is the beginning of the social networking, which is very interesting because social media is how to use the social networking, that we know from the beginning of the ages using the technology. Let's talk about what's going on with social media. Social media is amazing. We can see what our friends are doing in many places, but today social media has grown and is the Web 2.0, which is internet-based application, usually in this beautiful thing, which is a phone, right? Which is a phone or computers. So we have a lot of social media outlets. One of the social media outlets could be just to spread the word out, like Twitter, or the two ways, like Messenger or WhatsApp. But in the name of the social media, we have a lot of social media outlets, and in this moment are around 52. But the most famous are LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Google, Pinterest, Instagram, WhatsApp, and the Messenger, and then a million more. When we talk about social media, we have to define the social networking sites. At the beginning, the most common are Facebook, where we usually look for information about what other people is doing, or what other people is having, or what other people is, where are they traveling. Usually we go to Twitter, which is an internet service that allows us to post things. These days, in particular in the United States, it's very political. Everyone is posting political things. Then we have LinkedIn, that at the beginning, many people thought that LinkedIn was just for people who was looking for jobs, but today is one of the best lead generation tools available in the market if you want to go to business, okay? Then we have Pinterest. Pinterest is very interesting because it's very much graphic. It was before Instagram, which is also a graphic environment. But Pinterest was the idea to have like the vision board, everyone having information there about their dreams, about what they want, like boards, different boards. I have some boards for myself, of course, shoes. I'm a woman, I love shoes. And then I have books. I have the ability to read a book a day. So every time I read an interesting book, go on Pinterest. Then other things that I really love to post are positive quotes or things related with my job or my thought in the day. So I have one day a week on LinkedIn. I post Friday wisdom, internet archives. Why? Because everything that was said in the world is on internet. And internet, if we use it wisely, we can get a lot of choose from there. So on LinkedIn, you're gonna see on Fridays, Friday Wisdom and Internet Archives, where you can see some interesting posts about quotes that somebody very important said. You can do that on every of the platforms available in social media. Then we have Snapchat, which is very interesting to talk between people and have nice and interesting videos with hearts and stuff like that. And then also we have Instagram. Instagram is one of the social media platforms very, very, very good these days to communicate stories. Stories, but not just a story, a graphic story. You can show with a nice picture your feelings, your business, your services. So that is very interesting to see today in the social media. And there are many more, but there, just I was trying in, with this slide, the idea is to tell you, okay, there are a lot of social media platforms that we could use for social selling. Now we are going to see that. And then use them wisely depending on what we want to do. So let's talk about what is social selling, because many people says this is new. This is something that somebody creates just for B2B, for big companies, and it's totally not true. We have been doing social selling from the beginning of the ages, okay? Let me give you a simple example. If we are in a family gathering and I cook a turkey and I said, this is the best turkey that you're gonna eat in your life, what am I doing? I'm doing sales. I'm doing sales. So this is very important because I've been using my social network in the gathering to express a sale activity. But let's go back to the business. We build relationships, and when we build relationships, we use the relationships to access to different things. This is not just B2B, this is P2P. And this is very important to have in mind because many people say, no, because I'm selling to Microsoft, I'm selling to IBM, I am selling to, let's say, the government. There is no such thing as a box, it says government. We have relationship with people and the government, the person in the government trusts in us and allows us to go to the system and do the transaction. It's the same happen on IBM, the same happen in any corporation. There is no, if you can close your eyes and, oh, this person is Intel. And you're going to see the face of a person with the logo on top of Intel, but it's a person at the end of the day. So this is very interesting because when we talk about lead generation, this is something that we have to be very, very aware. Today has to be, this session is very, my idea is to give you tools and to give you a lot of education about how we are going to work with the social selling later. And to do that, I would like to make some difference about what is marketing versus branding in other words, okay? When we define branding, and branding is about who you are and how you present yourself in the world, it's like saying, okay, let's say that we are trying to express ourselves as a couple, and we are saying to our friend or our partner, you're a great lover. I am a great lover. That is marketing. I am the best on such and such. I am wonderful on such and such. But now, branding means the understanding of that the person understand that I am the great lover, I'm the green brand. So that is the difference between branding and marketing. Let me give you the official version of this. Branding is about who you are, who you represent, who you present yourself to the world. It's about your values and the things that you stand for, and how your clients and potential clients perceive you. Your branding can include things like logo, it's part of the branding, the website, the price sheet, your values, and your message. That is very important to have in mind when we talk about branding. It's not just, oh, because I choose the best color for my logo, that's my branding. No, my branding is it's like Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is a logo and a feeling, right? Or McDonald's. McDonald's as well is a logo and a presence and a value and values and a lot of things. Let's talk about marketing. Marketing is how you communicate your branding to the prospective customers and the world. It's about making it easy for people to find you. Let's say my example, if you Google Patricia Monica Ojeda, you're gonna find me. It's simple. If you go to Bing and you search Patricia Monica Ojeda, you're gonna find my brand has been established for years. So I'm very easy to find, okay? If you go to Facebook and look for Patricia Monica Ojeda as well. So your brand has to be easy to find. In my case, what is happening is that my name is Patricia Monica Ojeda, PMO, Project Management Office. So, which is very interesting because when I say, hey, PMO, okay, and I work with project management processes, marketing and operations. So it's very interesting how I blend my name and my brand all together. And this is something that we have to be very aware, which is sales. Sales is the final step in this big process that we have, okay? If we invest in advertisement and we are not making sales, we're just having a hobby, okay? It's just a hobby. With money, you got a business. Without money, you have a hobby. So sales is something that many people. The other day was participating in a conference, and have you ever noticed that when the people say, "What do you do?" and if you're a salesperson, nobody say that. Oh, I'm a commercial executive. I'm an account executive. What do you do? I do sales. Don't be afraid to say it because everyone in such way, in a way or another, we are doing sales all the time. So remember this: you can market all day long, but if you don't make sales, you don't have a business. If I transfer this to our professional life, that means that I might be very noticeable in the working environment, but if I don't get a job, there is no appreciation about what I've been doing. Okay, so we have been almost 20 minutes from. Let me see if I can play. I would like to do something. I don't know if you can hear this. Sebastian, can you listen? No?
No, we can't hear it. I can't hear it.
No. Okay. So don't worry. Let's do something different. I'm gonna ask you to stand up. Could you please open the chat box?
Who, me?
Uh,
I'll stand up or everyone stands up?
Everyone stands up. Everyone stands up. Okay. And put yes if you're ready on the chat box.
Okay.
Okay. Because I know that everyone has the phone and everyone is having a lot of attention to many things, and the virtual sessions are really, really, real animals. I learned that we have to do something different. So I'm gonna ask you to stand up, do a deep breath in, and do this. Okay, perfect. We have to do this for 10 seconds, okay? So we are almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay, relax. Can you feel a tingling sensation in your hands? Let's say yes in the chat box. Yes, I like that. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, now we are going to continue. You are free to grab your chair and back to sit again, okay? I'm gonna close this. Perfect. Let's talk about numbers. If you have a small screen, this is not gonna be easy to you guys, but I promise this is very interesting to learn. In social media, it's not just where we are, it's about why and where we are going to have the best impact for whatever we want to do. Let's talk about the numbers on the social network these days. We have Pinterest with almost 150 million of users. These are numbers from 2017. I'm going to show you more interesting numbers later on. Twitter, 300, almost 400 million of users. Accounts. Facebook has almost 2 billion of users. Then Instagram, which is almost a tool from Facebook, has in this moment almost 700 million of users, 700 million of accounts. Then we have LinkedIn. LinkedIn has almost 600 million of accounts. When we decide to go social and to take a social media outlet, we have to be very aware where we want to go and why, because we have to be very thorough with the numbers. It's a game of numbers. Let me show you something interesting. This is very small, but if you can see it, the big leaders in the market at Facebook, then YouTube, then Facebook Messenger. If you have been in the market for many years, like me, you are gonna remember the Messenger from Hotmail. The Messenger that Facebook bought is the same Messenger from Hotmail. Then WhatsApp, and Instagram, and then Twitter, and then Google, and then LinkedIn. That is the order that the 50 most popular networks. This is just for people who doesn't speak Chinese. China and their 2 billion of users and 2 billion of people population and India, they have between them 4 billion of people. They have their own, even though India use a lot of Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and Instagram, they also have another kind of another kind of social media networks. And this is really particular because just in this side of the world, we are using a lot of Facebook, YouTube, Messenger, and WhatsApp and Instagram. It's really interesting what is going on. But the biggest player in the market, YouTube and Facebook. Now it's the biggest one, the big, is Facebook. Why? Because now Facebook has Messenger, WhatsApp, and Instagram all together. And we are going to see some strategies to work with them in the future. Oh, sorry, I have a person who was trying to get into the WebEx. And he's trying to reach me because, okay, sorry. Let me reply this. And it's okay now. This is interesting because she's using WhatsApp and she knows that for WhatsApp and I reply really fast. Okay, this is something that we have to remember about what we were talking about, the different social media outlets. Okay, social media outlets. And what is going on internet in 60 seconds? What is going on internet in a minute? If you see what happened in 2019, now you're seeing what's happening now in 2020. This is Q information from the beginning of Q2, which is April, May, and June, in the middle of the worldwide pandemic situation. You can see who has been growing a lot. Facebook, Netflix, and TikTok a lot, and Amazon. And what we see now in the market is a trend that whatever you do as a membership, you're gonna grow because the people trust a lot of on the membership. And we saw during the pandemic that we used to have, when we send an email campaign, we used to have a 10% of opening rate during the pandemic because the people was very open to read and to do things. The opening rate on the emails was almost 20%. That is very interesting. But what is going on internet in a minute? It's amazing because you can look for what is going to be your trend to do business depending on what is going on the internet. Let's talk about the pillars of the social selling. We have been talking about social media outlet, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, many things. But now we want to go to the next step. And the next step is create a place we can sell our services or our products. So the pillars of the social selling are the professional brand, the selection of the right prospect, engagement. This is very important. Engagement is one of the most important things. And the building of trusted relationships. You can get connection with a person. You can interchange emails or conversation. But if you don't have a trusted relationship, you're not going to process the sale. And if the person has money to buy your product, because you might do a lot of free things. So when we know that when we do free of charge things and we are not a government or a charitable organization, the person who is coming in pretend to have everything for free. And this is if you want to do sales, you have to be in the first grade ready to grow. Okay, so this is very important. Create a professional brand, focus on the right prospect, engage with insights, and build a trusted relationship. But first of all, focus on the right prospect. We are in social media. Social media is a big tribe. So we have to choose which one is going to be our special tribe to work with. In social media, we have to change the old model. We used to sell to cold calls, sell through demos, and the qualification of lead. They said that was sales 1.0. When we are the social media, we have more channels to be seen. So now we have to build a social network, educate, and engage. When we have the three factors, we are ready to make a sale. So the social selling or the social sales or the social model, the sales 2.0 is a totally different animal. So we have to be very aware where we are and where we want to go. We are going to talk about two different things now. One thing is the new kid on the block. Facebook has been in the market for many years, but now it's a super big player. Why? Because according with the statistic, Facebook has now 2 billion of users on Facebook, WhatsApp 2 billion of users, Messenger 1.4 billion, and Instagram 1 billion. So if you want to create a really good campaign to promote your products and services, you have to be in just choosing Facebook. You have to be everywhere in the 4 platforms, not just Facebook. You have to be able to post a picture on Instagram, replicate the picture on your business Facebook page, get on the Facebook page the call to action button, and the call to action is going to be a call to your WhatsApp. But WhatsApp for business is something that you have to have if you have a business, and then establish a conversation with a person through Messenger. So this is super. It's not too complicated. It's just how you might need to make your brain work. Okay, it's not just I'm on Facebook because I have a user account. No, when you are in business, you have to have a business account. Facebook, there is no social media free for business. If you want to do something, you have to invest. And Facebook is still one of the most cheapest place to do an advertisement. And the advantage today, if you choose to work on Facebook, that you are choosing to have an advertisement and work through Facebook, WhatsApp, Messenger, and Instagram. It just is what you want to do and where you want to go. Just choose one platform and go all in that platform. When we talk about branding, I usually use this template to create a brand when we talk about branding, and I use LinkedIn. Why? Because whatever you are trying to do, sell your services, look for a job, or improve your company, you have to create a brand. And usually the best way to do it is, okay, using the factors that gives you a great brand. First of all, you have to be clear about who you are and what you do. This person is a person that, this is not a real name, okay? It's John Doe. This person was talking with me some years ago, and he was studying on LinkedIn, and he was a lead generation specialist. But just for real estate, he chose an activity and a market. How you when you work on branding and you want to choose any platform, you have to say in your brand and your message who you are, what you do, how you do it, why it works, why it works. The results, because remember, this is transactional. If we are selling solutions, you are expecting some results. And always, always, always give to the person the option to connect with you and a call to action. You can do that all over your brand, all over your brand. I was saying that you can connect with me and you can look for me. Just write Patricia Monica. It's easy. So my company is PMO Business. Easy. If you know me, you know that I've been doing coaching for many years and I love the beach. Well, Coaching by the Beach is my brand. If you know me as well, you know that I love coffee and I love projects. So I have the PMO-Cafe. So see, is build the brand. I've been building the brand and making relationship. I am very, the people said you are a trust, we can trust on you, you have discipline, you have, so I've been building my brand for many years. So that is something that you have to build in your business or your profession as well. We are almost closing this part. And these are the best takeaways that for me, for you today, are the best thing that you can take from this session. Social selling is not just for business or job seekers. It's something that we do in our personal life. The social media, the selection of the social media outlet is the key. It's the key. Because let me explain you something. If I'm a chef and I want to post a picture of my dessert and also want to add information about the recipe, I might have my website, my Facebook business page. Okay. And I'm gonna promote the picture on Instagram. Okay. If you want to call me, you can call me through WhatsApp. Perfect. But if I know that the people who look for recipes are more on a specific kind of desserts are on Pinterest, I have to put it on Pinterest. And this is very interesting because almost every chef has their information on Pinterest. And if you are a corporate chef, you have information on Pinterest and also on LinkedIn. It doesn't matter if you're a chef or you're a painter or if you're a Windows cleaner. You have your own brand and you have your own company. It's okay to be anywhere where you might have a lead. So that is very important. And social networking, be social is good. Okay? Be social is good and be aware that whatever you do in social media, it's forever because we live the digital footprint wherever we go through social media. Okay? Every time that I change a picture of my picture on LinkedIn, I have to change my picture all over my social media platforms. So I promise to give you a full disclosure about what I'm doing. I'm a senior management consultant and executive and business coach. I lead PMO business and coaching by the beach. And with a group of people, I also lead PMO-Cafe. I've been working in almost every company that you can imagine, from telecommunications and electronics to information technologies, marketing and operations. And when I was preparing myself to be a good leader, I did a lot of trainings like neuro-linguistic, ontological coaching, and also I am very curious and I read a lot because I read a lot. I always have a good relationship with people at the libraries because I can read a book a day and I love them. And I always need my fuel is information and coffee. So the library is always my place. I've been doing a lot of trainings. Many people know me because I always supporting the community, and I do training in social selling. I do training in neuromarketing, and another kind of trainings how to improve your processes or how to do biohacking if you want to continue experiencing things without sleep. So you can do biohacking as well. Today, I have 22 licenses, and I've been working in different organizations all over the world, and particularly the last 10 years in South Florida, helping a lot of organizations to do things for the community, which is, I love that. So what is next? The next is I have sessions and the people sessions, one-on-one sessions in consulting and social media planning and management, project management or strategy. And every attendee to my sessions on the creation station business have the 15% off on every of my session and training. The next training is a 3 days workshop, not 3 day full days. It's just gonna be, because it's virtual, it's gonna be from 6 to 8 p.m. Usually happen that we almost sometimes we finish at 9 p.m. And it's gonna be about sales with social media, and we are going to help you how to create your brand. We're going to go through your company or profession and try to create the best strategy for you to grow. And it's already online. And if you want to take the advantage of the discount, just go and the Eventbrite. Let me see if we can share this on the. If I can share this on the chat.
You would have to copy the link and then paste it in the chat box.
Yes.
Is it okay if I share your email in the chat box?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, while I do this, I would like to tell you that also the next meetups that we used to have in person at the library, we have been doing the meetups on virtual, and we are going to have on September 16 from 11:30 to 12:30 noon. In English, we are going to have two real estate professionals talking about their projects on social media and how they are right to be an expert on social media to sell in real estate. And then we're going to have on the September 23rd and the same in Spanish, because as you know, United States have a lot of Spanish speaking population, so there is a lot of people in the United States working with people just can speak in Spanish. Hablo español.
And that's great because we do have an attendee who is interested in Spanish programs. So this is great information.
So let me try to copy this for you guys. Okay.
And while you're doing that, Patricia, I just want to let attendees know if you have a question for Patricia, we will be taking some minutes towards
Yes.
the end to answer questions. So you can send them in the chat. And I already have a couple that that I'm listing.
Okay, perfect. Now, sorry. Let me get some fuel. Okay. Now, if you have your phone handy, please go to your app, the LinkedIn app, if you have it handy, and scan the QR code and send me your invitation to connect. We are going to connect on LinkedIn first, and then if you don't have LinkedIn, send me a text. You can send me a text to my phone number. My phone number is open these days, 786-217-2951, and I'm gonna add you to my WhatsApp. Okay, 786-217-2951. And let me see. I would like to see you guys. I would like to see if you can send me the invitation to connect. Okay, I see a couple of you. Oh wow, thank you. Thank you, Sue. Let's talk about other things before go to the Q&A. I usually do a strategy session with one of my partners in social media. So if you want to schedule a strategy session, just go to, let me give you the link so you can connect with us. There you are. You can go to my website, to my company website, and go to contact and send me in. Okay.
Patricia, someone's asking, what do I enter in LinkedIn? Do they have to enter something to look for you?
You have to go to your app on your phone. Go to your app. Go to see this. If you can see it on the screen, you can see your picture. You're gonna see your picture and this small box, and you're gonna see this small like your symbol, and it's gonna show you a scanner. So if you do this and you go to your screen, you're gonna scan and you're gonna see my profile. Are you okay with that?
Okay, so they're asking to repeat it one more time.
Okay. Let's do it again. Go to your apps. It doesn't matter if you have Android or you have iPhone. Open your LinkedIn app. See? Open your LinkedIn app. And in this small square, as you can see on the slide, in the slide you can see there is a small square here, and it's a small, like a small square here. You can click on it, and you're gonna see the scanner. So then you switch the scanner and look at the screen, and you're gonna screen my QR code. Let's say that you are not in this moment looking this presentation on your computer, so you have nothing to scan. Perfect. Go to LinkedIn and look for Patricia Monica, and you're gonna see my picture. And send me the invitation to connect. But this is something important for you guys. If you, today we are not having the opportunity to interchange business cards, okay? So we have to manage this way to virtually connect with people, okay? Not just, hey, send me an invitation to connect. If you send an invitation to connect, and with just 2 or 3 words, the person, says, this person is real. It's for real, so let's do it. Okay, let me see. We are going to do a Q&A. Any question that you have, this is the information for you to have in your mind if you need to connect with me. And this is a moment that you're gonna have 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Let me see. 8 minutes to ask me if you have any question. I'd be more than happy to share with you my humble knowledge that I read.
Well, thank you so much, Patricia. I do have a couple of questions
Okay.
that were asked earlier. So one question was, what do you think about TikTok as a social media platform for to promote your business?
TikTok is interesting, but you have to work a lot because TikTok, not everyone use TikTok. If your target are people who is between 20 and 35, perfect. TikTok is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
If not, don't use TikTok. Another question?
Yes, I do. Where did it go? Sorry about that. What will be the best social media platform to sell books after self-publishing?
Is hardbooks or just ebooks?
Good question. Could we say both, maybe?
Okay. So the thing is, you have to create your campaign and your story and show the people that you wrote a book. So if you can start doing that and then promote your book and make a little investment, you can do a little investment depending on what is your target. Depending on your target is the platform that you're going to choose. I might say Facebook is good, and is you are looking for to, let's say, connect with coaches, Facebook is the best play. If your book is about leadership, LinkedIn is the best place. If your book is about book for kids, go for tribes or communities of moms on Facebook. Okay. What else?
Perfect. Thank you, Sandra, for asking that one. That was the one I was looking for. Which social media platform are you allowed to post web links in if you want to invite someone to an event? So posting a link of an event in a social media platform.
You can, one of the things that I usually suggest is create the event in that platform. The platform that allows to do that today is LinkedIn and Facebook. There are pros and cons, okay? What I usually do is I create my event on Eventbrite because I manage that by myself, and then I populate that on Facebook and LinkedIn. That is the best way to manage the different audiences, but centralized in one tool.
Perfect. And I don't know if you know this, the answer to this question. If not, I could ask Sheldon from Creation Station Business. Is there an office in Broward that has trademark and patent attorneys pro bono? There is a program in Miami, but only for residents of Miami-Dade.
I don't know. What I know, I really know because I've been using it. The people in the Broward Library for the trademark is a lady. She is amazing. She has a lot of knowledge, and she has a lot of knowledge in the legal aspects as well.
And you said this was who? Sorry.
It's in the Broward Library. You go to the trademark in the Broward Library. You go online. you have to, she works, I guess, from Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays, and you can meet with her and talk with her about your concerns related with trademarks and copyrights.
Oh, well, perfect. And yes, I will be asking that question to Creation Station Business, and then I'll get back to you on that.
The service at the library is free. Okay.
Yes.
This is very interesting because if you need to go to scale up because you have a problem with your mark, your brand, or your trademark, okay, the library is not allowed to suggest you offices or special names, but the lawyers on brand and copyright are very specific.
Oh, perfect. And then someone else did mention a good website that could for trademarking, saying trademarkia.com. So maybe if you guys are interested in doing your own research, that might be a good option. But absolutely, contacting Creation Station Business, it's free, and they do patent work.
Yes.
Alrighty. Can you share again who? So that was Creation Station Business. So if you're interested in getting in contact with them, you could just send an email to that email I put in the chat. Do we have any other questions for Patricia? I don't think any other ones are coming in so far.
Okay.
Someone said that you're amazing. That's very sweet.
Thank you.
We've been getting a lot of comments, and thank you. So thank you so much, Patricia, from
Thank
our
you.
behalf and from the attendees. Is it good to go door to door knocking these days? Ooh, good question. I don't know if during the pandemic that's a good idea, but what do you think,
Let
Patricia?
me tell you, if you can do it, do it. And this is real life. It doesn't matter if you do the knock door to door or you do the social media. You have to be prepared to receive no for an answer. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The no for an answer is not just a privilege for the door to door. It's also in the social media. And the social media is very special because some people are nasty and they say no and then they bully you. But it's okay. Go door to door. Let me give you an example. I was always so impressed about the census services in the United States that somebody said, "You are bilingual. What about you?" Okay, how can I help? So, and I put my name to do the census. So it's going to be an experience to me to knock a door and say, "I'm a Patricia from the census." So, and it has to be prepared to receive a no for an answer.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that is gonna be an amazing experience. I'm gonna document that whatever I can document, and it's gonna be a new story for me to share in my next activities. But I want to thank you everyone. And if you need some information, just remember, every activity that I do for the library, I do with a lot of love and a great pleasure. And whatever you want to participate in any of my trainings, you have a discount because you have been very competitive with me and accept my accent. I am bilingual and I have a lot of accent, but I'm so happy to have you in my training. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Patricia. Thank you for your knowledge. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you everyone for attending. I hope you stay safe. I hope this was insightful and it helps your business. And again, if you have any questions, you could send creationstationbusiness@broward.org an email or get in contact with Patricia directly, and she has her information on the screen. Well, thank you, everyone, and stay safe. Alrighty. Thanks, Patricia.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.